right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for some football here on the Orange Zone. Glad to have you with us. We got a great night ahead of us across the board. We got the two Chapman twins in the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how much I get the chance to talk based on all the wonderful games we got going here. Mother Nature in full effect. Sit back and enjoy. We got 4 games here on the Orange Zone. If you want to watch any other thing else, hey, just tune in below. But you want to have the play-by-play action. Sit back and enjoy. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll see you here in about 15, give or take, 2 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with the good old-fashioned Wheeler Wildcats and the North Cobb. What is that there? What's that?
North Cobb Warriors.
Warriors, man. All right, appreciate that, man.
I've had some.
You've had some interactions with that.
I've had some interactions with North Cobb Warriors.
We'll bring everything in here. We got Brookwood and Newton. That's the game that I want to watch. But we're going to bebop around across the board here. And just like that, we see the Wildcats of Wheeler joining in. Me and number 9 always have an affinity for the Wildcats.
Absolutely,
we do.
You can't hide it, man.
No, you can't. It takes a little bit more to be a Wildcat.
And it does.
It really does. And God bless CW.
And on certain nights, it takes a little bit more to be a Brave, and
realistically, I want to say a human being.
Yes.
So on Friday nights, it takes a little bit more to be a Bow.
And especially on a night like tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look over there at North Cobb sideline. Now, that's a good football team. And just look at the crowd. You got a lot of umbrellas and a lot of people that probably saw it was going to be streamed and decided to stay home.
Didn't. If they're streaming it on NFSH from Wheeler, we kept this on the download on RN for Score 58. We wanted to have a little fun, bring that across the board here. And we're going to have a little fun bringing across the games here. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman and Carlton Chapman. Carlton will join us in just a minute. He is what we call the good man of just dealing with his son tonight.
Absolutely.
And he said, hey, I'll join this in the rain on that part. And if our camera does not widen out to give me a proper tight and wide for this call, I'm going to go freaking out. I can say that in the best way possible. But that's good old. I mean, it's a good scene, but we'll see what happens across the board. Gentlemen, I'm going to let y'all take it away. I'm going to bebop it around. And we'll introduce Carlton. Carlton, glad to have you on, buddy. This is the first time you're able to join us. Glad to have you with us.
Yeah, first time.
First time, last time?
First. Well,
listen to you.
I don't know about that stuff.
I know, man. Next thing you know, you'll be in the middle of a Saturday semi-pro game going, hey, I just don't like the refs, what they're doing. This is ridiculous. I heard my son calling this the other night, and this is ridiculous what's going on here. All right, nice
That's
kickoff. I do enjoy a good kicker, and he must have kicked that thing on the 1-yard line.
And nice return right there to get it out to the 23. So you'll take the extra 3 yards. He must have caught that with his heels on the goal line or right in front of the goal line.
And once again, we're going to bebop around to multiple games here. So if you're like, hey, I want to watch this one, always join in on our Facebook page, Score 58 Network. Feel free to get that part taken care of. Our goal tonight is to kind of bring you an Orange Zone, bring you 4 games, talk about the most important games, what's going on, talk a little bit of high school football, talk a little bit about college football, NFL. Man,
well,
how much is weather going to play into this, Carlton, tonight?
Well, I would expect the weather will be a little bit of a factor holding on to the football and maybe even some traction there. You got to be careful about your footing and keep your feet flat on the ground as opposed to getting up on the edge of those shoes and stuff.
Yeah, looks like Wheeler's going to get a free 5 right here. The good thing for Wheeler and places with turf is that, you know, the rain, it's still raining, but the surface that you play on makes a big deal. It's a lot easier to deal with the rain on an AstroTurf or a field turf netting. Especially if you've done a good job and packed enough towels, you can keep the football relatively dry. So, I mean, it's not as big as it used to be. Playing on grass tonight would be rough.
No, it'd be fun. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about from a.
No, come on, man. The best thing I ever did was snap a ball that rolled all the way back to the quarterback. I could not. I mean, because it was so wet and soggy.
Well, you know, last week we been in the shotgun for 2 weeks now and haven't seen a day of rain while we're in the shotgun. And of course, you know, a 10% chance of rain last Friday turned into we got all 100% of that 10%,
wet.
And it was pouring, man. So 3rd and long right here for Wheeler in a bunch. Going to sprint. They got a false start. Receiver jumped early.
Giving away yardage. That's a tough thing.
Yeah, and has someone we know pretty good would say, they cheated.
They cheated.
And Newton is already up 7-0.
Yeah, you hope that wasn't a incorrect, but I feel like it is. I feel like it's on point. They might have returned.
Well, if they return the kickoff, then they got an early turnover on the next drive.
I got Jennifer on site. Okay, they're doing ring around.
Oh,
Rosie.
They went straight Kansas City Chiefs
on
them.
They did. That you could tell that the coaching staff at Newton's having a little fun right now.
Oh yeah, and look at this.
They're going to outside and got stuffed.
Good job by Brookwood.
It's like running a starburst and getting nailed. Okay, I'm just telling you that overall wise.
Yeah, that conversation came up in a JV game the other day, or at practice.
Like we should run this?
No, they said something about it at practice about running a kickoff return where everybody goes everywhere. And my dad just happened to put it out that, hey, you should go ask the other Coach Chapman how that feels.
You need to speak to him about taking a kickoff and turning your back to the covering.
Flare route out for Wheeler right there. Makes a man miss. He's going to get the first down. Nice job.
Look at that.
Nice job right there. Really safe pass to get him the first down. So you got Wheeler getting the first down of the game. Newton in the orange zone at Brookwood. And after the interesting alignment on first down, try to go with a more traditional run on second down. They get nothing. And they're going to be 3rd down probably in about 6 or 7 right here. Wheeler flips the formation. Going to sprint to the right and throw it out in the flat.
A little too much on that one.
Yeah, but that showed really nice arm strength right there from the quarterback. He threw that ball in the air, really off balance, and he didn't have a problem getting it out there.
Nope.
So if it's 7-0 Newton, which we assume that it is, you know, it looks like there's going to be a 4th down right here, so it'll be interesting to see if Newton tries to take the free 3 points or if they're going to go for it. Looks like we might have a timeout or we got a officials meeting. Inside run off the zone. Yeah, off the zone fake right there.
Little read action there. Tried to run it up in the middle. A lot of traffic there.
We played North Cobb a long time ago. And by a long time ago, I mean December of 2012. Coach Queen was still there, or was there at North Cobb at the time. And it doesn't look like they've changed a whole lot on defense from when we played them. Still running a 3-3, 3-4. You know, they've given a couple of different looks right here early on. You know, what I remember about them is that in the game we played against them, they didn't really, you know, blitz a lot. They were pretty somebody messed up.
Yeah,
pretty substantially.
Brookwood Newton game there.
And if you're, you know, you never want to, you know, say something like this early in the game, but you had the ball up 7 inside the 20, and now you're back at the 25 or 26, and you're giving away points right here. And, you know, those chances don't come along too often. And there's your free rusher. And hello.
Wow.
Hello, number 55
Yep.
for North Cobb said nope.
Stepped up out of one guy's way, and the other guy just engulfed him.
He stepped up out of one way and got in the wrong way, is
Yeah,
what you would say.
yeah, not the absolutely wrong way.
So Wheeler will be forced to punt. They did pick up a first down on this opening drive. It's been kind of a
Unfortunately, though, where they started at and where they're punting at, it's not a lot of difference.
4-yard different. And so they're in tight punt right here. Timeout up in the Newton-Brookwood game. Newton facing a fourth and a long way. Punt is shanked to the right here. Fielded straight up the middle. Got a seam. 40. Cuts it to the 35-30. Going to be tackled at the 22-yard line. Nice job of catching the punt and getting straight up the field.
Exactly. A lot of times that's not what happens. Somebody catches it, wants to go side to side.
It's a lost art of getting up the field. So they're going to mark that at the 23-yard line, and that's where North Cobb will take over 1st and 10. Newton in 4th down. They're going to take the snap. They're going to throw the fade to the left corner of the end zone, and it's going to be broken up. So Brookwood should take over on downs right here. And that's a huge stop for the Broncos defense. Already down 7-0. North Cobb's going to run short side stretch play. He'll get right at 3 yards. We'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Good job from the backside there to make the play on because it looked like he was going to have way more than that.
Yeah, he's got a nice job scraping across. It'd be interesting to see if I remember, North Cobb's going to give you a lot of formations. They're going to give you a lot of, give you a lot of motion, give you a chance. They're going to give themselves a chance to throw a lot of RPOs right here. So you got a tight end of the wing into the boundary up here, and they're going to the same
play.
And that's a touchdown.
Nice turn, nice cut,
Yeah.
Right to the end zone.
Ran it short side, had the numbers.
Both hands-offs went to the short side. Just that one hit a little farther inside. They turned out on the guy, and that seam there, one move, and to the outside, and he went to the end zone.
So early 6-0 lead for North Cobb. They've run 2 plays from scrimmage. Big play on that drive that set it up was the punt return. So point after attempt. Brookwood takes a huge penalty right there. Snap, kick, and it is good. Brookwood in trips to the left. Going to take the drop. Plenty of time to throw. And this has got danger written all over it. Looked like they were trying to throw, put the trips to the left and try to pull them and drag them across the field, get some crossing routes in there. Nice job by Newton's defense.
Yep, got a little pressure on him there at the end. He's kind of falling back away from that throw.
Newton was a couple weeks ago playing Grayson. They were down with 6 minutes to go in the game and scored 21 unanswered to beat Grayson. And to remain undefeated, sitting in that 3-4 look, motion across for Brookwood right here. I'll take it. That's a long route to throw right there, especially in this weather. So to bring up 3rd down and about 13 now for Brookwood as North Cobb gets ready to tee it up and kick it off again.
Yeah, in terms of throwing the ball, I like the idea of throwing it. Like you said, you can keep the ball dry, you keep your hands dry, and you know where you're going, the other guy doesn't. So
yeah, that's why it kills me to hear people that haven't done it say, you're going to throw the ball in the rain? Absolutely. For my thought, that's one of the best times to throw it, but you do have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And they tried to slip the tight end out. Ooh.
Didn't make the 20 that time.
No, what an outstanding tackle right there by number 17. That was basically a form tackling drill on a kickoff right there. And Brookwood set to punt. Newton looking again to get excellent field position as they've had Brookwood pinned right here. So punts away. And it's going to be down at the 50-yard line. Nice job right there. Wheeler comes back with a little counter, rips it up the field. Nice gain. Really nice gain. About 15, 16 yards on the gain right there. So it'll bring up 1st and 10. Wheeler after the opening carry of this drive, trailing 7-0, all the way to up to their 37-yard line. So that game was closer to 19 yards.
Yeah, that was a very nice game. Very good play.
Come back. Oh, they're going to throw. Oh, nice. Better defense right there.
Oh, yep, got off the block. Had the blocker out there. He got off the block, made the tackle.
Really like that play. You give it the same look as that little counter that you ran on the play previous to that. Newton is around the corner up there, and Newton has got 12 and a first down. I like what Wheeler did. They had it manned up. You know, when you're calling plays, you're trying to match up numbers. And right there with the fake, you had Wheeler with a +1. They had a blocker and the guy with the running back, and he was the only person there. And just a nice job to shed the block. Now he hit the drag.
Crossing, yep.
Oh,
and
okay.
there he
We got a
goes.
little speed right here for number
Yes,
11.
Sir. We'll
and
see
it's
ya.
going to be 7-6.
Yes, sir.
So we've had 2 huge plays in this game. The North Cobb punt return and then the subsequent 20-yard touchdown sprint. And now you come back and you get a 61, 62-yard touchdown pass on some, you know, and Wheeler got in their play caller was in his bag right there.
Yeah.
Lots of motion, lots of movement, and just a really nice series of plays. Come out with a 19-yard run on first down, and you come back with the little, you know, screen.
Play action off of it.
Play action like H screen, and then play action, and we are tied.
Got a little, I don't know if he was sprinting or if he just had to scramble out, but found that drag or whatever you prefer to call it coming across the middle. And
Yeah,
he just caught the ball and did the rest.
Nobody calls it a drag anymore. You know, the in vogue term now is the deep over route.
Deep over, yeah. Well, you got to remember, I'm 100 years old, so new is not not me. So
and Wheeler coaching staff getting the kickoff team ready, and Newton is turning the corner again for another first down, assuming there are no penalty flags on the play. So we got a 7-7 game at Wheeler. Newton up 7-0 inside the 30 of Brookwood again. They've already been turned away once in there. And it looks like Newton's just running a wildcat or a single wing kind of thing. And they're snapping it number 3, letting him do his work. There's the kick from Wheeler. Taking it about the 14. Huge hole in the middle again. All the way up to the 39-yard line. And just like that, a ref spots it at the 38.
North Cobb's return game has some bite to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it's eons ago, it seems like, that we played them. But I tend to remember, you know, playing them that year that they were up big on us, and then we came back and tied it, took the lead, and thought we had a little separation on them and kicked off, and they went 90-something yards on the kickoff return. And I was like, yeah, okay, you know, scary as playing football.
Yeah.
And North Cobb comes back. They split the middle of the field again. They're giving them a lot of motion right there. Gave them the orbit motion that time, a little inside, you know, give straight up the middle of the field. So Newton at 3rd and short, they're going to try to run a pitch, and that ain't going to happen. I mean, that play was never going to work. Brookwood almost took the pitch.
One of those interesting things. It looked like they had been very successful going a little more at them.
Oh, trying to give the same look, sort of similar to what Wheeler did.
Right.
A little inside fake, try to throw a little bubble screen out. Pass was a little low. Now we get another.
All right, sorry about that technical issues. Right now, we'll bring the Chapman twins, Craig and Carlton. Go ahead, gentlemen.
North Cobb gets the inside run for the first down on 3rd and about 4 right there. You know.
Does that sound better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Brookwood's
Sights and sounds of the game here, ladies and gentlemen.
Brookwood's defense holds again. So if this game doesn't go the way Newton wants it to go, they have nothing to look at.
So you're going to that top right-hand corner?
Yeah, I mean, they've had the ball inside the 20 twice.
I love that
now.
you're calling that one. That's even better.
So, you know, we've tried to hit all 3 of them.
You did. Yeah,
West Forsyth trying to sprint to the edge right here. A nice play by Lambert's defense,
Nice play, very nice.
I didn't realize Lambert had black helmets. That's pretty sweet. That's a good look.
Yeah,
They switched them over. For the while, they had white, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We got Brian Daltrey coaching over there with his son, number 54, here for the Lovejoy Wildcats.
And, I mean, North Cobb has just decided they're going to run the football.
I mean, the most important thing you have to think about in nights like this, I mean, it's Friday the 13th. I mean,
It
that's
is.
all good. I mean, we had a Halloween back in the day that even David Hughes still, if we brought him on the call right now, David Hughes would still talk about how that played into it. It was a weather. The front came in. I mean, dogs and cats living together.
Mass
I mean,
hysteria?
it was mass hysteria. Bill Murray would not have anything to do with that right now.
I love it.
But it was intense across that bar.
Well,
I mean,
you got to see some things. I mean, were you at Lovejoy when they went to play on a Friday night and the lights didn't work and they had to come back and play on Saturday?
yeah, it was Forest Park game.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a coach there. I was like, oh, we get to go home? This is wonderful as a coach. And I'm like, oh, we got to come back on Saturday. And then we dissected 15 seconds of film for 7 hours. Okay.
That's awesome.
You know, and they were all, I mean, Al, CW, Bobby, Scott, Larry, everybody was just dug in. And they were like, hey, we're going to get this. And we ended up beating them.
Yep.
And they came back. I mean, but, and somebody calls that the
Fumble.
Terra Stadium lights of 1997.
Wow.
Did North Cobb get this ball back?
Tell me he's pointing in the other direction, right?
North Cobb got it.
Oh, my
They're going to take
goodness.
over in the orange zone at
Buddy.
the 2, baby.
On the 300 orange zone at this point.
300 orange zone. There you go.
300 orange. I mean, you getting it on the 2. Goodness gracious. Hey, college football tomorrow. Any games that I mean, we got
Oregon, Washington.
Okay,
man.
we got a 10 o'clock game about to happen because I'm a Prime fan and I bought my my blinders, my blenders or blinders. I don't know what they're
Blinders,
called.
Oh,
man.
yeah, those
Blinders.
things.
I did. I did do that. He brought me into that on that part. Does Colorado have a chance to win a second game in a row?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they playing tonight?
They're playing tonight, 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
wow.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
They play Arizona State.
Arizona State. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They played Arizona last week. They play ASU tonight. So on that part. So
That's just a walk-in touchdown for North Cobb right there, and it'll be 14-7. And you know, you get the stop.
is that black or navy, Carlton?
I wish I could tell you.
Talking about Wheeler,
Yeah,
I think it's Navy.
that's a dark navy.
Yeah, because there's Navy in the end zone.
I
would
know
think that
they're
would
navy
be-
colors. I
Well,
mean,
see,
we all know Wheeler and they're navy.
Yeah, we get to play them. I got to see them several times in the 7-on-7 world at several different schools. I can go ahead and tell you, you don't want to play them in 7-on-7.
No, because they definitely enjoyed themselves on that part.
There's the kick. It's up, and it is good.
All right, so we got Brookwood 7-0 still. Hopefully that's the right score on that part. I will double check everything. West Forsyth 0-0. We're going to bring in a fourth game here in just a minute. And that fourth game would be Holy Innocents in Southwest DeKalb. Right now, Holy Innocents up 7-0.
Yeah, Holy Innocents running that option. Newton just about up 14-0 right there. And here comes the late flag. They're fixing to get somebody. The guy throwing it from the cheap seats in the end zone is about to call holding.
Wow.
Not only that, he just stepped all over every other official in the world to throw that penalty. will try not to get on my soapbox tonight, but after the roughing the passer penalty that we got in our last game, I'm still kind of salty. When the quarterback doesn't go to the ground and you get a roughing the passer penalty, that's a new low. Reminds me of something.
Like to see better contact than that for a roughing the passer.
Yes. Anyway, so you got North Cobb up 14-7 on Wheeler. Newton up 7-0 on Brookwood. Just had a huge run that gets called back. So 2nd and 9 turns into 2nd and 11.
That might be a break for them because the closer they get to the end zone, the more they slow down.
High kickoff right there from North Cobb. And
6, maybe?
yeah, and he's going to get it out to about the 24, 25-yard line. I'm going to tell you what, North Cobb does a nice job of covering kicks.
Yep. They stay pretty well spaced out across the field in their lanes and then close in on the ball as it starts up and declares where it's going.
What'd you say, Dad, about them being the further away they are? Newton just rips off a 16 or 17-yard run right there. So 1st and 10, ball's at the 25 for Wheeler now. And we're going to get a false start. North Cobb stemmed right before the snap right there. West Forsyth has taken the lead 6-0 on Lambert. Kick is up, and it is good. So it's 7-0 now. West Forsyth going to Lambert, taking the early lead. And
another good job by North Cobb of getting in the backfield, stopping the play before it starts.
It seems like they've, Wheeler had the good series where they tied the game at 7, and it started off with a huge run on that little counter action. And that time I think North Cobb is anticipating it. They've kind of eagled their front down. As you can see, they've covered the center and both guards. And
definitely.
Here comes the quarterback. That's a really good call for that front right there. But just a nice job getting to the play and limiting it. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 15 now for Wheeler. And I would expect pressure from North Cobb. And feels like Newton has lived in Brookwood's into the field. North Cobb calls a timeout right here. Feels like Newton has lived. Looks like they're going to take it to the 2nd quarter right here as both teams begin to walk. There's the kickoff. Huge gap right there. And number 0 for Lambert running the kickoff back the way you're supposed to, just trying to hit the seam. And
explode and run.
He was trying to, he had a chance to hit the seam, and that's always what you want to see. You keep the ball dry on the sideline. And
the referee throws it over his head.
Well, it wasn't. It was the ball that got kicked. So at least that was a positive right there. If you're Lambert, they didn't throw the football. You kept dry for the last 5 minutes and throw it on the ground before you get to snap it. So 1st and 10 for West Forsyth right here. Inside zone. Looked like may have been a possibility for the quarterback to keep that right there. And it's 2nd down and another world for Newton to get a 1st down.
Newton has managed to back themselves up one more time.
Ooh, that's going to be rough. Got out of the tackle box, so it should give him some grace. There come the pressure in the Wheeler game. He's going to throw it right to North Cobb. Didn't get the interception, but pressure caused it. It was one of those things where pressure, and did Newton just score again? No, let's see. Putting it down at the 3. I think they did. They got the 2 officials back there acting like they're kicking the extra point, so we're going to see. There's the punt from Wheeler. Better kick this time. Much better kick this time. Didn't catch it, and
Let it roll.
it's going to roll. How many rolls do you think that is? 17.4?
17.4 at least.
And we have got a change of directions. Oh, great job by the wide receiver from Newton right there, putting his hands up, just stopping,
Just stand in the way.
not getting the illegal blindside block penalty. And that should make it 15-0 Newton if the score was correct, because that would have been the 2-point conversion after the huge punt from
Yep,
Wheeler.
there it is. They put it up there.
And then you got Lambert punting to West Forsyth. Great coverage right there by Lambert. West Forsyth will take over. They're going to mark that at the 21-yard line. Motion for North Cobb. That's illegal.
Somebody cheated.
Yeah, somebody on our side. He cheated. So Newton getting ready to kick off, up 15 on Brookwood. 1st and 15 for North Cobb here. And I guess if you had to lose 5 yards, you'd much rather lose it before first down.
Yeah, still got 3 to try to get it.
Here comes the screen out wide, and nicely executed by West Forsyth right there.
Nice play.
And
Good
one.
gain.
That was a 5-yard gain that was about to be 82 or somewhere in that nature. Because if that was the last line of defense right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he popped through there and sixed me by everybody right away.
So 15-0 game, a 14-7 game, a 7-0 game. You know, about what you would expect as you get to, you know, the later reaches of the year. All these games are now starting to mean something. And there comes North Cobb with the same kind of play right there.
Just
Brookwood
coming off the ball and going
Yeah.
forward. Just hammering it right at him.
5-yard gain right there for North Cobb. We'll bring it back to 3rd and 5. Pre-snap penalty an issue.
Yeah, but you've got 5 down, so if you get 5 more here.
Yeah, put yourself in a position for this to be, you can take your pick of plays. You're not pigeonholed into just throwing it. There's your mesh route. It's going to be complete up to the 42-yard line, and what will be a first down for North Cobb.
Helmet comes off.
Yep. Brookwood gets a first down. Brookwood has been known.
Sorry, y'all.
Brookwood has been known to, once they get their offense going, it will get going in high gear. But so far, Newton's done a really nice job against the run game.
Yeah, and like you said, Brookwood could be much farther behind.
Yeah, they could.
Newton's been down there twice and come away with nothing.
So, going to the second quarter at Wheeler, North Cobb ahead 14-7. Looks like Brookwood made a change at quarterback.
Oh,
I know why they made a change at quarterback.
yeah, that was very nice.
Extra added dimension right there with that young man playing quarterback. He just stepped up in the pocket, saw the opening, took it, sprints on to the Newton 40-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Brookwood.
Lambert with a nice play down there against West Forsyth. Tackling him for about a 3-yard loss.
Brookwood goes to empty. High snap, but he corrals it. And that was really good defense right there. Kept their rush lane integrity. Didn't let quarterback get outside. Kept him, for the lack of a better term, boxed in. West Forsyth 2nd and long. Gonna give the inside handoff right there.
Nice play.
Yeah. We got inside handoffs all over the place.
Yep.
North Cobb just ran the same thing against Wheeler. Short game for both. North Cobb comes out. They got trips to the field right here. Tight end setting to the boundary. 2nd down and 8. Tried to run an RPO. He gets hit at the point of attack. West Forsyth comes up empty on 3rd and long, and they'll be forced to punt right here. Now, I was looking at the way Wheeler lined up to play that last set for North Cobb, and here comes our 4th game. Got a little Holy Innocents against Southwest DeKalb. Holy Innocents, as you can see, up early 14-0. Wow. North Cobb takes the shot down the field. Doesn't get anything out of it. And Southwest DeKalb will be sitting at 4th down and short.
Oh,
Right now, out of
Oh,
all
wait a
these
minute.
4
Gave him
games, what do you
first
like
down.
right now? Talk to me a little bit about these 4 games. I mean, we have other games going on. We'll bring those in here shortly, mainly because
You can?
No, I can't. I'm just talking off of my cuff right now. I mean, but right now we got to. I mean, we're talking. There's 7. I mean, realistically, we're 7 games into the season. I know
Bad snap.
it's all about special teams right now.
And it didn't matter because,
yeah.
again,
Nice roll on the punt.
didn't catch the punt.
And the best thing is for you too, because we haven't had a good old fashioned what's the word? Good old fashioned multi-game setup right here in a while. So when you're talking about them, make sure you're saying, "Hey, I'm talking about this one here on the top right hand corner or the left," because there's somebody going. Because I watched, I got into the YouTube.
Red Zone?
Yeah, I do. I watch where I can watch multiple games, and I'm like, I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, that's Joe Buck, but it's CBS. What's going on here?
Oh, Lord. The top right-hand corner, North Cobb was all over that. They threw the bubble screen into an unblocked hard corner right there. And Christian Hill, if he was watching this, would be just yelling at Jamichael Ramos right now. Because we had that happen at 12 Oak Stadium one night against Creekside, and it was a train wreck. He didn't look at me for a long time after that call. Wow, that was a great catch down the bottom left.
But all teams are in the second quarter right now.
Yep.
It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for those people in Hawaii. Melikalikimaka.
It's the wise way.
It is. I mean, I learned that from the Christmas Vacation movie. That's it on that part. But out of these 4 games right now, who is the most interesting game right now? I like the West Forsyth Lambert game.
Yeah, it's been kind of you had the West Forsyth score, but it's been kind of a defensive struggle.
Guess who Brookwood has next week? Grayson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Grayson's got South Gwinnett tonight.
Yes, they do. I did see that.
And on that part, but they're playing at Brookwood next week on that end, so that should be interesting. Ooh, nice little.
Oh, that was almost a huge play in the Wheeler game up on the top right.
But it's very interesting to see when you look at 4 high school games and say, hey.
The funny thing about the funny thing to me about looking at the 4 games is like just take a look at the West Forsyth and Lambert game. Both teams similar offenses. Wheeler, North Cobb, both teams similar offenses. Brookwood more of a spread look. Newton more of a shotgun snap, run it. But then you get to Holy Innocents. And you just saw Rocket toss, and he is
rocketing down the sideline.
Yeah, but they're a triple option style team. Now you got Brookwood inside the orange zone at the 10 down in the bottom right-hand corner trying to cut this to a one-score game.
Yeah, as you said earlier, the change at quarterback has put
Ignited.
their offense in gear.
Wheeler punch from their own end zone. It's fair caught at the 42 of Wheeler. So North Cobb, already up 7, will have great field position. You got a timeout in the Holy Innocent Southwest DeKalb game. Brookwood in the bottom right. They're going to run a tall sweep into the boundary right here. He skates
come out of that.
Skates the sideline down to the 7.
Yep,
That's a horrible spot.
Came through there, but there wasn't a lot of room to operate once he broke through the little.
He marked him at the 8. Pretty sure he got to the 7, but hey.
Back on the ball in a hurry for Brookwood.
Well, I mean, you've got a little something going. Newton's not exactly getting lined up in a hurry right here. Up in the top left, North Cobb on a first down completion down to the 32. Brookwood in the bottom right goes to the quarterback run down to the 5-yard line. So they get 3 out of it. Now, Holy Innocents is going to come back out. I don't know who took the timeout right there, but you can see the rain coming down.
Well, looks like they're lining up with the 3-man eye in the backfield.
Maryland eye.
Yes.
Bottom left, Brookwood on the scramble, throws it into the end zone, and had 3 guys in the same spot.
Yep, they were lined up in a row.
Holy Innocents comes out, hands the dive in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, and if they're going to run the dive for 4 or 5 yards, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, like you say, they just lined up and ran it right at them for 4. Got to figure out what you're going to do to make that difficult and force them to do something different. Right now, it doesn't look like that's happened.
Brookwood comes away with a field goal and makes the score 15-3. So, you know, the difference right now is that Newton was down there twice, didn't have the ability to kick, or didn't take the opportunity to kick the field goal. So, and there
Holy
goes.
Innocents down in the left bottom to the house.
And it's gotten to the point now where that's just, I mean, there's nobody there. I mean, he runs through a hole that's a mile wide and doesn't get touched. Up in the top left-hand corner, West Forsyth against Lambert. And after the West Forsyth touchdown, they've done absolutely nothing on offense.
Was that their first possession?
Second, I think.
Second. I know it happened early in the game, and like you say, since then it's kind of been nobody really getting a lot done.
So we got a timeout in the Wheeler-North Cobb game. Brookwood getting ready to kick off after executing the field goal. They're going to pooch it. And it's going to be taken across the field for about no gain. You ran 53 yards for no gain.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not.
So North Cobb back on the ball, top right-hand corner of your screen. Second and short, about 4 yards to go for a first down. Going to give it inside, push it down to about the 12 or 13-yard line. It'll be really close to a first down.
Very close.
North Cobb, they are going to move the stick, so they'll have 1st and 10 at the 12 of Wheeler, looking to take a 2-score lead. You got Holy Innocents up 20-0. PAT pending right here. Newton up 15-3. 1st and 10. Ball is at their own 33-yard line. There's that toss they tried to run down the goal line. Much better executed that time. There's a touchdown for North Cobb. top right, just
Top right.
splits the. I mean, they found something in the middle of Wheeler's defense, and they just repeatedly ran it over and over and over again. The extra point for Holy Innocents was good. That makes the score 21-0.
All these games are in the second quarter, so
Yeah,
don't know how close to halftime they might be. But
Newton at 2nd and 5 right here. There's the sweep again.
toss. Maneuvered a little bit that time.
Got the
found-
first down.
Looks like he should have a first down.
North Cobb scored, but I think the extra point hit the upright. So I think it's 20-7 now. So we've got football wall to wall in here. Lambert takes over, 1st and 15. Wow.
Oh,
Hello. So it'll be 2nd and 15.
Got
That's called separating receiver from ball.
Brookwood in the neutral zone down here in the right, lower right. We'll give Newton 5 free ones.
I always like 5 free ones when I'm sitting there at 1st and 10.
Yeah.
I'll take 1st and 5.
When we got the ball, I like that.
So 2nd and 15 up the top left from West Forsyth. Here comes motion. That's a jet sweep. He cuts it in the middle, runs through a tackle. Nice run right there.
Yep. Got him to about a 5, where it's like 5 to go for the first down.
Newton gains 3 in your bottom right-hand corner. That's not a first down, guys. I don't know why they moved the sticks.
Yeah, that's.
And it's definitely not there. That is incorrect. Bottom left, Southwest DeKalb comes out, runs a football.
Lambert with a little curl right, it looked like there. Up top.
Yep.
Left.
Going to get it down to the 36 of West Forsyth, looking to draw even.
Try to even that game up.
So 2nd down and 2. Stretch play for Newton. That was close too. If they don't get him by the jersey, he may come right out the backside of that
Yep.
thing.
Yeah, that's the old jersey tackle.
Lambert's about to throw double pass. Great play. Absolutely a great play by West Forsyth right there.
Yep.
That was set up nicely by Lambert too. But you could tell when he threw that thing backwards that North Cobb jumps off sides. So there's your 5 free for Wheeler.
On the bottom right, Newton apparently cheated because it backed them up.
Ooh.
And it's like Holy Innocents may have gotten a sack down here in the bottom left-hand corner.
And if you see on the replay right here, they run a game on the line of scrimmage out here, and no one blocked anyone. Just a simple twist stunt, a tackle in game,
Yep.
and no one blocked a soul. Nice play up on the top of your top right-hand corner. Wheeler with the little flare screen out. Great play by the corner from North Cobb. That play looked like it had a whole lot in it.
Speaking of screen passes, looked like Lambert had a nice little receiver screen out here.
Greatest plays in football, screen passes. Southwest DeKalb will punt, lower left. It will hit and be down at their own 47-yard line. And that's looking to be a 4-score game pretty quickly.
Reverse up here, trying to throw it back to the quarterback in the upper left-hand corner, but
Lambert's breaking out the plays, aren't they?
West Forsyth stays home, though. Didn't give him a wide-open quarterback to throw the ball to on
Is the
double reverse pass.
Is the Lambert offensive coordinator, did he at one point in time work at Marietta? We played them one time, and they threw about 800 trick plays at us in one game. Holy Innocents 21-0, and they are sitting at 1st and 10, 2 tight ends, 2 A-backs, a B-back, and here comes the dive. And
Oh, wow.
Holy smokes, fellas.
Yeah, just hand it off to him and say,
And holy smokes up in the top
Yeah.
left. West Forsyth just destroys that play. I mean, destroys it.
Wheeler in the upper right punting to North Cobb.
Yeah, Wheeler in danger of going down by 3 scores right before the half. Lambert had a great drive growing. The trick play on 1st down, unsuccessful, and now you're in 3rd and, 14 right here.
Yeah, maybe more than that.
And
now-
make sure you stay with us at halftime on all the networks here.
Oh, this is going to end up being a touchdown for
He's going to pick up a
West
scoop and
Forsyth.
score.
Nobody.
No, it's hard,
No.
man. It's hard. Farrell beat Kip tonight.
Really?
Yeah, 37-0.
Wow.
It was a 5:30 kickoff.
That's not just beating someone.
It's 37-0, man. Hey, a lot of things can happen in a 37-0.
And as Falcons fans, we've seen these before.
Yes, we have. So in 37-0, you're like, hey, what if there would have been 1 to 2 or 3 different
Or
plays?
as our colleague Adam Collins would say, that could be the difference.
Yeah,
That
definitely
did.
was the
Yep.
difference on that part. Out of these 4 games right now, going into the 3rd and 4th quarter, which game do you want to chime into? Carlton, talk to me. Which one you want to really dig into right now? Because at halftime, we're really gonna kick into one game.
Well, right now, the West Forsyth Lambert game is a back and forth defensive kind of game. Nobody's really seemed to be able to take control of it offensively, and the others, a couple of the others, look like they may be headed towards 3 or 4 score differences. So.
All right, Craig, your thoughts?
I'm going to say that the Newton-Brookwood game gets a lot closer before it's over.
All right. I'm going to go with the Holy Innocents so we can talk about high school and college and NFL football because that looks like it's going to be what we call a running clock here.
He just sat down, and
He
that's
did.
15 yards.
Ooh,
And,
yeah,
they're
that-
gonna and look at the yellow flag. Jump in.
You just can't do that.
Yeah, you can. But with a 15-yard penalty, you can. You can definitely do that, brother, with 15. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, man, that's funny. Oh.
Sometimes the frustration just shows through.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
No, nothing, not at all. Whoa. Speaking of frustration, North
Yes.
Cobb just
Yes.
had a guy fall in
Yeah.
the upper right up there.
Second quarter score from Jackson. Upson lead 21. Jackson nothing. That was 21-0 in the first quarter. So, wow.
Yeah. So
Upson lead is a pretty good football team.
after the fumble or whatever happened in the West Forsyth Lambert game, there's
Yeah, Lambert takes over. Another score from Region 2 AAA at the half. Peach County, Mary Persons, 0-0.
looks like we may have a injury up there in the Lambert West Forsyth game.
We do.
We'll have to have a stoppage and play there to take care of that.
Brookwood just threw a stick route, and if the linebacker from Newton would have known what the ball was coming, he steps in front of that and runs to the end zone. I mean, he'd almost hit him in the back. Another score, Union Grove 7, Locust Grove 6. Rocket toss in the bottom left-hand corner. Great
nice
play.
play. Very nice.
Number 26 for Southwest DeKalb. Flying out of the middle of the field right there.
Yep, come up and fill that alley and drug him down by his feet. Just couldn't step out of it. Keep going. So nice play by Southwest DeKalb.
Newton corrals the Brookwood quarterback on 3rd and 10 at the line of scrimmage. And they'll be forced to punt. North Cobb with a rugby punt up at the top right will be down at the 15-yard line. Southwest Cab doing a nice job. There comes the play action. Going to throw it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, did he drop it?
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Or did the guy pull it out, or did he just drop it?
I mean, the throw.
Right in the hands, and
Oh, he knocks it out. Nice
spikes that
job.
thing out of there. Yeah,
It's a
great
really
play by
nice
the DB
play.
for Southwest DeKalb. Down at the lower left corner, and we've got a penalty upper left corner. Against Lambert, backing them up, giving West Forsyth the ball down at their 22-yard line. It looks like.
Yeah, West Forsyth, that sack with the fumble that went, 40 yards
Yeah.
back. Got a little momentum right here. 1st and 10 at the Lambert. And then Lambert jumps off sides and gives them 5 more.
Wow.
So now it'll be 1st and 5 at the Lambert 17 as they enter the orange zone. Wheeler's going to throw that route, buddy. Little play action fake.
He threw that thing too.
Mm-hmm. That's been their best play of the night.
Got a flag in the Holy Innocent Southwest DeKalb game. I'm not so sure he didn't throw the ball to wide open field out here.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. We got a score update here. We got Pickens County. That's the Dragons.
They are, because my daughter is there right now running cross country.
Oh, really?
Yes, she is.
I mean, it is 10-14 Gilmer. And can you tell me Gilmer's County mascot for 500?
I cannot.
You cannot.
There's no way. I know.
Buddy, they're the Bobcats.
Gilmer, now that you say it, yes.
Yeah, they're the Bobcats, man.
I knew Pickens was the Dragons.
Buddy, I just threw that out there and was hoping for the best.
Uh,
I don't even know. I'm going to have to research that right now. So I just said Bobcats, hoping for the best.
You didn't know that?
No, we work for Gilmer, but I don't know their. I mean, they're a Tiger. They got a paw to their helmet, so I was thinking Bobcats.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, little Bijan move right there.
It was, and he is running
I
really
like
fast.
that.
Does he have enough?
No, he doesn't.
Cut back
Oh,
inside. Nice move. Oh, face mask.
Face mask to go along with it.
Well, why? I mean, if you're inside the 10, you should face mask. I mean, those are qualities that says it's only half the distance.
Yeah.
I mean, how far can you go?
I read on the social medias the other night.
Oh, you read on the social medias, man. That could just change the whole concept of everything.
In the Monday night football game, Green Bay, Christian Watson catches the ball, splits the defense, and gets tackled down inside the 5, and they call a horse collar.
Okay, they're going to call a holding.
They're calling holding.
So it's offsetting. It's going to go all the way back. My goodness gracious. That's a lot of energy. We call those power pellets in college, that you only have a certain amount of power pellets that you can get through that. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm good on this part. I do appreciate all the turf, because the one thing that I feel like turf has allowed is logos.
Looks like halftime in the West Forsyth-Lambert game.
I agree.
West Forsyth 7, Lambert nothing.
And West Forsyth left points on the board there at the end.
Yes, they did.
And there goes a touchdown. Oh, well, good play down there again by 26.
That guy he's made several good plays on this game already.
That was midline for Holy Innocents right there.
Yeah, a couple of guys doing too much looking down at the goal line and not enough blocking, or he'd have been in the end zone. And
I'm guessing
number 26 says, nope, not going to make it.
I'm guessing that it's close to the half in the Holy Innocents game because of the timeouts right here.
Yeah.
So, Holy Innocents, you're looking at, trying to put it a 4-score game right before half. Newton up at the 40.
Wow.
Right here.
That just turned third down into really short yardage.
Sure did. Wheeler had 2 guys open on that play right there. West Forsyth did kick a field goal.
Okay, so they did get 10. I'm sorry. It still said 7 on
Yeah.
the scoreboard, but they snuck that field goal in there on me, and like usual, I'm behind.
So, I mean, you go West Forsyth, goes into Lambert, and you lead 10-0 at half. You got to feel pretty good about yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're North Cobb right here, you're going to get this punt probably at about the 40-yard line, unless it looks like they're going to sell out to try and block it right here.
Couple of additional updates right now across the board. McIntosh 7, Charles Drew 6.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Right there. And Dunwoody over St. Pius 14-0.
Whoa.
And Piedmont and GISA is down 20-0 at halftime against Briarwood.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Rocket toss for a touchdown. It's 27-0, Holy Innocents.
Up in the right-hand corner after the punt, North Cobb will take over 1st and 10 at the
only
Wheeler
halftime we
34.
got is the Lambert game.
Yep.
At 10-0. That seems like to be the game to focus in on here for you two gentlemen to have a little fun here on the second half.
Well, right now,
I mean, I love showing the 4 games going
Yeah,
on.
I
I mean, I do feel like when we have a little fun going across the board here, and eventually everything's going to be at halftime here in a
Yeah.
minute. And other than weather, I'd like to give a shout out to Mother Nature. I don't like you right now because, I mean, your electronics, and the only thing I get calls is, hey, things aren't working. It's because it's raining, and it's not raining. It's just misting, and it's spitting rain, and everything unimaginable. And I don't even think the word imaginable
Yep, got
it
'em.
works. Oh,
What a great call by North Cobb.
Yep.
They fake to the running back. They shrink that wide receiver down into the boundary, close to the line of scrimmage. He runs a crossing route. You fake the ball to the running back, give a semi-roll back to the wide side of the field. Nobody follows the running back, and he is all by himself.
and the best thing they do in that situation is this. Here we go. Nope. Yep, we'll get that here in a minute.
Newton is going to kick themselves if they don't score any more points. They have lived in Brookwood territory. I mean, their offense is fun to watch. There's a lot of moving parts to that stuff. Looking at live at Wheeler and North Cobb. North Cobb getting ready to kick the point after or go for 2 perhaps to try to make it a 21-point margin at the half. That was a great call, though. I
Yep.
mean, a perfect call for that situation.
How many times do you see where the play fake is to the back, and when you look the other way, nobody goes with the guy after the play fake's made, and he's out there all by himself. Somebody found that somewhere, huh?
I just needed to get my remix back into play. So I got to get Papa Carlson in play right here. I can call him Papa Smurf back in the day. So it's all good.
All the Smurfs, yes. Going for the 2
Oh.
up there.
And he's going to get in by himself.
That's a great
Just
call.
another nice play.
Yep. Matthew Wilder would be impressed. And we've got some hijinks on the field here at Wheeler High School.
Didn't like it because they hit the quarterback after he got in the end zone.
And Newton did score again. They're up 21-3.
Is
That-
Newton for real?
Hey,
I mean,
their speed on.
Okay, but I will say this. Okay, I can't bring everything up because I don't have my technology in play. Jennifer, Maya, what's going on? I call for people and they don't bring that up. Can they turn around and defeat the curse of one and done?
I mean,
First round of playoffs.
I don't see how you wouldn't think that. You're down and you scored 21 points in the last 6 minutes of a game at Grayson to beat them.
Right.
I mean, you're down. They were down what, 27 to 10, and they win 31 to 27 or 30 to 27. I can't remember the exact score, but you know, anybody that can put 3 touchdowns up on a team of Grayson's caliber in 6 minutes.
They were playing at Grayson.
At
is that
Grayson.
Right now, they're currently 6-0. They're only 1-0 in the region. Okay.
I think are they ranked in the top 3 or 4?
Whatever. I'm not getting to that ranking. I mean, they've won 50-0, 54-0, 41-7. They beat McEachern 13-7. They beat Westlake. That was the hey, pay attention to us right now. 27-12.
Yep.
Okay. They beat Grayson 31-27, and right now they're up on Newton Brookwood up 21-3.
Yes.
They have 3 remaining games. Are any of these losable? Parkview,
Yes.
South Gwinnett,
I don't think so.
and Archer.
Archer seemed to be struggling this year.
Okay, but Parkview's sitting there 5-1.
Parkview's pretty good.
They are. I mean, it makes me want to go. Okay, hey, let me see what we can do about this game. I mean, from a streaming perspective, of going, hey, we want to bring that into saying, hey, this matchup, because they're going to play next week. I mean, right now 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, October 20th. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. They're going to play at Sharp Stadium, and then they turn around after that. They have, would it be an easy schedule? No, but I think that's the only one that could cause them hiccups. South Gwinnett, I don't feel like it. It's at home again. I mean, and then they're away at Archer. And Archer right now, how much do you know about Archer?
Last time I heard they were 2-4.
They're 3-3 right now.
Or 2-3.
Yep. You got to listen to me. I said they were 3-3.
you and Adam.
I know, brother. That's why I help you out here.
But Archer doesn't seem to have been the same.
No, they're not. I mean,
over the last couple of 3 years.
No,
anyway.
that they hit that bottle, like ooh, and they were something when they had that genie in the bottle. I mean, Craig rubbed them the right way, and that's what happened in that situation. So, Carlton, you do not know that humor, and that's okay, buddy, and you're not supposed to. But they got South Gwinnett, Grayson, and Newton. I mean, the in and out with Newton and playing Grayson, no. I mean,
just got a text from my mom.
Yep.
About my daughter's cross country meet, which starts at 9:30 tonight.
Tonight?
And she said that there are thousands of competitors there. Thousands.
Now, where y'all at again?
They're at Pickens County.
And why are we doing a night run?
They did it last year. It was awesome.
Was it?
Yes.
Why ain't you up there, man?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. Yeah, I take it your mom's up there?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She rode,
Is your wife up there?
she rode my wife.
Okay. Y'all were both. It's a mixture. I'm not throwing shade by no means, man.
Oh no,
So I'm so happy y'all are here right now just to deal with my anger, because it is. I deal with my anger wholeheartedly on that part. So right now, just because we have all this, we have 3 games in halftime. 1 game is not. Brookwood and Newton is ready to go. They're getting ready to go to halftime.
Brookwood changed quarterbacks.
Interception.
Somebody said take it to the house. He's like, I got you right here.
And it is that dreaded score.
Yeah.
The dreaded
How
score.
many pick
not
sixes
yet.
did you have, buddy, in your life?
In my
Okay, side note, everybody that's tuning in right now, number 9 used to touch my butt as a human being in high school, and that's okay. I mean, he was my quarterback. I was his center, and aren't we all? Yes,
we're all
we
centers.
are. But in that situation, how many pick sixes have you thrown in your life?
Let's see. Threw one the very first game that I played in.
Okay.
When we played West Hall that year, I threw a pick 6 in the last play of the game, which made it 25-0 when we lost. The very last play of the game.
Details.
But yeah, I've thrown a few.
Okay.
I do remember one of the one of the funny.
I don't remember too many as a offensive lineman, like holding
We did.
penalties or offsides.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of good offense. Like, buddy, I jumped offside so bad one time. I was on the linebacker before I realized the ball was not snapped. I was playing left guard. And the only thing I could say in the film room was, did you see how fast I moved?
Yeah,
I mean, I was impressed, and none of
I stayed low, backwards
buddy,
flat.
I was out there. I was like, he was not going to get that block. And the only thing I could do was shake everybody's hand in the huddle. It's like, I'm never going to see y'all again the rest of the game. This is it for me. I'll see y'all later. It's been real and it's been fun, but I'm not going to show back up.
So I remember we were playing Jonesboro in the game that
Hail Mary?
the Hail Mary game,
Okay.
and we're down at the goal line, and we're going in to score, and it was the Hail Mary masked a particularly forgettable game.
If I could bring this up right now, I would.
for
man.
myself, but we threw a slant that I think I actually checked to. Like, I think I changed the play to throw a slant on the goal line, and Savoy Curtis
Yeah.
tipped it, and their guy picked it off, and I caught up to him at like the 5-yard line
Of the other side,
on the other side. And
you did run him down.
I ran him down and knocked the ball out, and we got the ball back
Okay.
on the other side of the field.
Okay.
And-
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And
The only thing I would think of is why would he throw the ball? I mean, goodness gracious,
Yeah.
come on now. I mean,
I
I'm in the middle of this debauchery right now.
I will say this: you blocked a punt in that game.
I did.
And the first play after the block punt, I can tell you the play call. We called 71, which was a deep comeback right on the sideline. And I'm not going to say the name of the person we threw it to because
Right.
he is no longer with us.
Yeah. Is that
And-
Ben Leeds?
No.
Oh, Don Story.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
I'm going to eventually give you.
Yeah.
Even though you're not willing to say, it, I'm like, who's
But,
passed away?
but,
I know names. Let's go
But,
ahead.
like, I threw it to him, and when I threw it, I was just running right at him. And I was thinking, let's go, let's get on the ball because this is going to be a 12-yard gain. And it hit him right here right in the chest, skipped off his shoulder pads, got picked off, and the guy stepped out of bounds. And I was thinking, this is how this is going to end, huh?
Man.
This is
Okay.
how this game is going to end.
All right. So Carlton,
Sir.
that's the one thing that we have on our claim to fame. There's not a lot of claim to fame in high school football. We have a couple of enjoyments. As a parent, watching that, and I'm not going to try to.
Oh, they got the 2-point.
They did. They got the 2-point
Oh, he
conversion.
caught him out of bounds.
They said it was no good.
Yeah, after the
What did
15-yard
you
penalty.
What did you think? And it turns into a 30-yard 2-point conversion.
That was the last play of the half.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, wow.
And we got both of those half times on that part, and that's fine on that sense. But what did you think about, over your time? And when Craig said, "Hey, my dad's coming in. He's going to call the game. We're going to have both Chapmans in the house." I'm like, "All right, bring it on. Give me
You said,
45."
no, leave him at home.
No,
Do not
I
bring him."
didn't say that. I was just like, all right, well, it sounds good. Give me 30 minutes. Let me get myself set, get my brain situated. But, I mean, you had a chance of seeing your son not only in football, basketball, and baseball throughout his career, but let's just talk about football. I mean, we can go basketball and baseball, all day, based on his career in basketball, but also in baseball, since he's a Hall of Famer at LaGrange.
There was a lot of clapping in my career in basketball.
I know. I mean, buddy, we just enjoyed the high shorts.
That's it.
I wore some shorts today that I'm still rethinking that I should not have worn to the gym. And none of the ladies said anything, but they were high pink shorts.
There you go.
And I was like, it's October. I'm going to order some pink shorts. And I saw them, and I was like, oh, yeah, those are good pink shorts. And when I wore them, I feel good. And one of my friends, she was like, please don't squat. And I didn't understand what she said. And then I totally internalized it. And I was like, I'm sorry. But they got netting.
golly.
They did have netting.
Oh, they were swim trunks?
No,
Oh,
they weren't swim trunks, but they were running shorts.
Yeah, I got you.
But I felt good in them. And she was like, please wear leggings. And the next time I'm like, all right, no problem. I'm an old man. I understand that. But out of all his time in high school, Carlton, what did you like most about his experience playing quarterback over the 4 years at Lovejoy?
Well, I think the biggest thing was the growth as a player. I mean, obviously,
Your biggest victory has to be Griffin.
Didn't beat him.
No, I thought you kicked the field goal with Kostermeyer.
No, that was East Coweta. We beat Keith Brooking.
no.
I thought he lined up on did that and kicked the field goal. My
I
bad.
mean, all I remember is you talk about Griffin. All I remember is him looking like a whirlybird of
Buddy.
people's heads getting thrown down to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I nearly got in 3 fights, and the best thing is CW asked me, he's like, "Did you think you were going to win, Bo?" The guy took my helmet off and hit me with my own helmet, and I was like, "Well, I was giving it a shot." I mean, he's like, "What were you thinking?" I was like, "Yeah." I really wasn't thinking. I was just like, "Hey, that's one of those things."
Favorite thing about that was the story you told me after my sophomore year in Griffin when you went to when they interviewed you in the stands.
Yeah, it was the most shocking thing I'd ever been to. I'm sitting there in the stands because we got there early. I was one of those guys who would get there and see all the pregame stuff and everything, and look at the other team walk out on the field knowing they're going to be, massively larger than we were to start with, for the most part, and especially with you. But I'm sitting there and this guy comes strolling up to me and I'm like, what does this guy want? I mean, is he wanting me to sponsor something or something? And he says, yeah, I understand you're Craig Chapman's dad. I'm like, yes, I am. And he's like, I'm with the Griffin Radio and we just like to interview you. And I'm like, wow, you got nothing else to do, huh? You got there's nobody else here you can talk to, huh?
Oh, man. For the longest time, that game, they beat us 33-10 that night. And I have been told before the game, don't check out of anything. I got that straight from CW. Tells me not to check out of anything, and it's 4th down. The score is 21-0. We've got the ball across the 50 for like the first time in the history of us playing Griffin, and it's 4th and about 3, and he sends in right 34. Which for you guys listening at home, if you're still listening, bless you. He sent in right 34, and that was outside veer. And we get to the ball, and they on the left-hand side of our offensive line, we have a guard and a tackle and then a split end. And on the right-hand side, we got, of course, the tight ends there. And we're in split backs. And I look over there, and they have the nose. They're a 50 front defense. They have the nose shaded to the tight end. They have a 3 technique. The defensive end has slid into a inside eye technique of the tight end into a 7, and the linebacker has walked from out of one of the inside linebackers has walked and is standing on the outside shoulder of the tight end, and they drop the stand-up defensive end on the backside back to the middle. So on the left-hand side, we only had to block one person. We had to block the linebacker because we were going to read the defensive end. And I said, there's no way I'm not checking. Everything in my football brain tells me I have to check out of this play. They have more people on this side that we can block. It didn't matter if we were reading 2 people or not.
Run to the numbers. So
I checked it. I got it there, and I checked 23. And when I checked the 23, that just meant the guard's going to block the linebacker, the tackle's going to block the defensive end. We're not reading anybody. We're just going to run this dive and give the dive and get the first down. And we gave it off to Machine Gun, Nakia Thompson, and he took it all the way down to like the 5-yard line. It was the best offensive play we ever had against Griffin for the first 3 years of my time at school. That was the longest play we had against them. He went all the way down to the 5 or the 6 or something like that, and we didn't score a touchdown. We ended up Tim Souther went out and kicked a field goal and made it 21-3. And I got to the sideline, and CW met me at the sideline, and his face was as red as it could be, And he was like, "I told you not to check. I told you not to check a play." And I was like, "Yes, sir, coach." But they had way more people on the other side of the field, and he was like, "They better have. When I watch it on film, that better be the exact answer."
All right, Carver, Sandy Creek. What's the score?
It's
7-7.
I was about to say 14-14. You beat me to it.
I know.
But we ended up scoring a touchdown that game. Adam Collins knocked the football loose, and Gerard Boykins picked it up and ran for a
Scoop
touchdown.
and score.
And we got beat 33-10, and I felt pretty good about that score. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, especially after the initial.
Yeah, that the year before that was an awful night. That was in a stretch of 54-0,
And
60-0, and then 49-0 at halftime against Fayette County.
Yeah.
And Coach Burton took great
Enjoyment.
pity on us and played his ninth graders the entire second half. And this was before the idea of a running clock.
All right, so talk to me a little bit about both of y'all right now, since we have time here and we're on social media and we can talk. If anybody's watching right now, that's fine on that end. Talk to me a little bit about the whole concept of I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I want to say NIF, but I'm not.
NIL.
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 Oh,
So,
Name, image, and likeness.
yeah. Talk to me a little bit about how. I mean, because everybody's like, high school football's done. This and this, this and this. You need to. It doesn't matter if you're playing. Carlton, talk to me a little bit about that. How you would promote Craig in the 1990s in that situation. I mean, would it be like a midget box?
Yeah, you
I
know,
mean,
it would be.
What would we do here?
It'd be very much like we do with the football team we have now. Instead of bigger, stronger, faster, it'd be smaller, slower, weaker.
Okay, I
You
understand
know?
that. I mean, I've watched him do some cleans. I mean, he's back in the gym now. I asked him to join me tomorrow for athletic conditioning in my burn camp, and he just said, "You mean athletic and throw up?" And I was like, "Man, no, man, we can do this, man." And he didn't even comment on that, man. He just left that alone on that part. So, I mean, overall, what do you think as a parent to a kid that played high school football? Because Craig's got a bunch of ladies, and I love the ladies that he has, and they play. I mean, cross country. What else did they play? Cheer. I mean, you got a group of ladies that have been involved that all could be part of the NIL in that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's where nobody's really thought about that. Is that they could. I mean, why stop?
But here's the thing: you're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because Title IX is going to dictate.
Yeah, buddy. Basketball, everything's going to dictate when they allow it in the GHSA.
They already did. It's already passed.
I know. So, but they're thinking. Everybody's chimed in about football.
Yeah.
Imagine the other
Exactly.
sports.
Yeah. So I'm going to take our example at the school we coach at right now. I was fortunate enough to be on a state championship winning baseball team.
It was fun to film.
And it's a pretty
Grayson up 7-0 over South Gwinnett. That's
Okay.
a surprise.
a
at
little bit.
halftime. It is.
So when we won that, I can remember that was the last. Like, we won on a Monday afternoon. No,
Right.
excuse me, a Tuesday afternoon. And then Wednesday and Thursday were the last 2 days of school.
Yeah,
So
we just be
I
based on-
basically
yeah.
coached every day of that school year because I coached 3 sports. But we had a week off in there for, post planning, and then you have, so you don't do anything with football. And that next week we came back from football, as I'm driving into the town, right at the square, there's a billboard with the picture of our team and all the coaches on it saying, "Congratulations, state champs." And all I'm thinking about is, wow, that's cool. They put everybody up there. Now if you do that and you use somebody's picture, somebody's got to get paid some money for that, correct?
Yes.
If you get your,
I mean, and that's the interesting part to it all, where everybody went down. I mean, we got the West Forsyth Lambert game. That's probably, to me, if Lambert turns around and scores, that's the game we need to focus on.
got to get a 3 and out right here.
Yeah, I mean, the first series of the game is the most important part of the game here. But, I mean, in the sense of where we get the NIL on that part, I just don't know what it means. And I don't think anybody knows what it means. But I don't think anybody knew what the transfer portal meant in college. And
Free agency?
It did. And when it played into it, I mean, from D1 to D3,
Yeah.
it affected all 3 levels.
And it still is.
It is, and it should. That's fine. If somebody wants to make, I mean, nothing worse than being at a place that you're like, I'm stuck here. You know, I mean, I respect that. If you want to leave, leave.
Well, when I was in school,
Did you ever think about leaving?
I did.
Did you really?
I did.
Okay. What year?
After my sophomore year.
Okay, so you had 2 years remaining, and you said, "Hey, I'm thinking about leaving."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And here's how it played out. I worked the conference tournament that year because we didn't make it, and a couple of coaches were like, "Hey, we got some money, some scholarship money, and you know, we would like for you to come play for our program." And, you know, it's one of those things where they offered me some money and I would have had a chance to go and play and get some of my school paid for. And it was an enticing offer, but ultimately decided to stay, and we had changed coaches and kind of had a revival in the attitude of the program and stuff like that. So I think I made the right decision.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me. In terms of looking at this thing from a high school perspective, I mean, I'm not big on the letter of the law on it and all that. It's hard for me to understand. I mean, other than those just monster 5-star guys and gals, who would be able to make something off an NIL deal right now,
well,
other than just the biggest names.
Not knowing the framework of how they've fashioned the what you're going to be allowed to do, and that's going to be one of those things where when you do a rules clinic now and you do all that stuff, you're going to have to. It's not just going to be about the block in the back and illegal blindside block. You're going to have to know all of these intricate rules about what you can and can't do. In the world of,
it's going to be hard.
And what I'm saying is this, there are small towns all the way throughout the state where football, and I'm just going to speak about football, and I'm not going to talk about anything else. But football is
So we
king.
haven't heard it anything else, correct?
No.
Okay.
But just think about what an NIL deal is going to look like in places like Valdosta.
Well, I mean, that's where everybody, goes into the details perspective. And I want to see from a perspective of other states and what they have and what they're willing to look at.
Yeah, and I mean, you're from everything that we've been told, they're going to try to implement this thing as soon as possible. And, you want to make it as positive as you can make it. You don't want it to sound like you're opening Pandora's box, but that may be what you're doing. And once it's open, you can't put it back in.
Yeah. Once it starts rolling, it's going to be a hard thing, I think, to corral, like you say. Once you've opened it, the box, it's going to be hard to put it back in there and close it back up.
And I think it's going to create havoc in the eligibility rules with people trying to transfer. But, I mean, that won't be any different than what it is now. People are trying to transfer anyway.
And the thing is, will they come in with the next thing going to be concessions in the eligibility transfer rule thing? Is it going to open things up there? I mean, you'd really like for it not to be. I mean, from a coach's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just one of those things. You see Lambert gets the stop, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Still have halftime with Holy Innocents and Southwest DeKalb, North Cobb, and Wheeler at Wheeler. And right now, currently, Newton County up 27-3 on Brookwood. Last play of the first half was a backbreaker for Brookwood.
Yeah, that's the kind of momentum that you don't want to go to halftime with.
You do not. That first carry goes over the top for 3 yards for Lambert.
Not a lot, but positive. It's a positive play. It moved forward. Let you settle down into second down and say, okay, here's what we're going to do now.
One of the things that I would say about the last thing I'm going to say about the NIL deal is that when it comes to fruition, there are going to be a lot of people consulting local colleges trying to figure out how they work their NIL collective and what they did, and seeing how much of that will relate to the high school part of it.
Yeah, there'll have to be some kind of not investigation, that leads the wrong impression, but some kind of research done to make it a smoother situation.
It'd be interesting to see how it all works out.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to see a situation like you had where the whole team gets gifted with trucks.
Yeah. I mean, the kids would like to see that, but, you know, from looking outside in on it, it's not what you'd like to see.
That was a really nice job by the Lambert quarterback right there, navigating that and not really putting it in harm's way.
Yeah, the play before, he had a receiver get behind the defense, and it was just a little short on the ball, and he ended up, I think, playing more defense than offense on that play.
And he did a good job of it.
Making sure it didn't go to the other team. But an opportunity that it could have been a big play, a big plus for Lambert.
It's been a huge momentum shift in that game. So now North Cobb will get the ball to start the second half. Wheeler got it to start the game. High snap, he gets the punt away. Wow.
Yeah. He got it away, and it turned out to be really nice.
That's a huge punt.
Yeah. The punter did a great job there to get to first secure the ball and then get the punt off, and it turned out to be a really, really good punt.
That's a 48-yard punt. And that means that West Forsyth will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. In the top right-hand corner of our screen, you're getting a look at, you got Wheeler getting ready to kick it off to North Cobb. Bottom left, Holy Innocents getting ready to kick it off to Southwest DeKalb, and there's the kick. Southwest DeKalb from the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 22-yard line.
22, yep. Looks like we're here. Got two.
West Forsyth opens it up with the screen, and they block that exceptionally well.
Great job outside of getting the hat on the hat and letting him run.
So 1st and 10 for West Forsyth. They're going to mark it at the 43-yard line. North Cobb returns the kickoff, and they'll start at their own 27. Southwest DeKalb will start at their own 23. Almost back to action down in the bottom right-hand corner with Brookwood and Newton, with Newton up by 24. So technically still a 3-score game in that.
Yep.
Look at this.
Nice play here.
North Cobb is going to take it to the house. 10-5 touchdown, North Cobb. I mean.
Yes, sir. When he got on the corner, there was one guy left out there, and I'm guessing it was a wide receiver split in out there blocking him, and he tied him up, giving him long enough to get past him. And once he got past him, there was no running him down then.
And you know that's one of those things where you get there and you get in the halftime and somebody makes the suggestion, or this will look good and that may work and this might be something we need to try, and then you run it and you get immediate, dividends from the play call that you make, and you feel pretty good about your adjustment that you made at halftime.
Yeah, already being up by 3 scores, you really weren't. It wasn't like you needed to make a ton of adjustment, but you did, and it was right. And now you feel like you're putting that final brick in the wall, so to speak.
Yep. You take a 4-score lead on the first play, your first offensive play of the second half. You feel pretty good about it.
Yep.
And that other sideline right there went and made changes, adjustments, anything you can make at halftime, and then that happens. You're like, really?
Yep. West Forsyth has got the wide out screen.
That was an interesting one. It's almost like they, he came up the field and then tried to throw it and throw him into a bubble screen. That was third down and about 8, and they pick up a yard.
Maybe 1, yeah.
And they're going to have to punt it away, so Lambert holds again.
Lower left, southwest DeKalb just punted to Holy Innocents.
And here comes more option football. Holy Innocents had a lot of success in the first half on their rocket toss and running the midline. The midline looked really good. And, wow, Lambert is an inch away from making a game-changing play right there.
Now they're going to be 99 yards away from the goal line.
Yep, they almost get the punt blocked, which could have been a touchdown. You don't get the block punt, you don't catch the punt, and with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter, you're starting 1st and 10 inside your 1. Wheeler splits the middle of the field. He'll be tackled at the 36. They're going to mark him down to the 37. Now, if you're Lambert right here, you're down 10 points, not 20. Don't do something to lose the game right here.
Yep. You want to be attacking, but you don't want to be carelessly attacking.
They have double eagled this front down to cover the center and both guards.
A little movement in the backfield.
They're going to run the stretch.
And he's
not
taking too much time in the end zone, fellas.
No, whoa.
What?
Okay. Yeah, that was what I was going.
Is that for real?
That's what I was saying. What for?
I mean, I know you were saying it, but I'm yow. And
Wheeler comes back out. Gets first down and a nice 4-yard pickup on first down. I don't know how Lambert got out of the end zone. We'll just say they did. Now they're going to throw the hitch route. He'll catch it up to about the 4-yard line.
See how this goes.
So we're got third down, and they're going to
They put it to 3?
Sure did.
Wow, 3rd and 8.
Yep. Wow, Wheeler had him.
Oh my goodness, yeah. The North Cobb's defensive side of the football was in a little bit of a scramble there. They were not aligned correctly, and Wheeler could not take advantage of it, unfortunately.
So Lambert survives that first play. I would have loved to have been on the West Forsyth sideline when that play happened and didn't result in a safety. I would have loved to have heard the explanation. I mean, I would have loved to have heard the explanation. So North Cobb takes a timeout, something you can do when you're up 4 scores in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Lambert,
Make sure you get it right.
Lambert's punter sitting with his heels on the goal line, and the snap was high last time. Perfect this time. He gets it off.
Wasn't a great punt, though.
And it's going to go out of bounds.
Waiting for the referee.
Ooh, still going, still going.
25-yard line?
Yeah. Best guesstimation.
Wow.
At the 25. So West Forsyth with a chance right here.
Yeah, let's see, there was what, 6 minutes left?
Yeah, there's
A while
4.
ago, so now there's 4 something
Yeah.
left. You put a score on them right here, it makes that hill look pretty tall.
Especially with the fact that, you know, and this is going to sound bad to say, but you hadn't dented the scoreboard yet. And then you're going to be, you know, down by 3 scores, assuming that they make the extra point.
Oh, bad snap.
Get rid of it. And he does.
Yep.
The Did he catch that?
Oh my gosh, you're going to get a pass interference call out of it if he didn't catch
I
it.
think he caught it.
He caught it. He got the ball in his hand. Wow. Yep, they're marking it. Apparently he did catch
At
it.
the 9-yard line.
So you get a bad snap. The quarterback goes back, gets it, rolls to his right, and throws it up there and puts his receiver up to bat, and he comes up with it.
So if he caught it, wow. So what did they call that? They didn't call offensive pass interference, did they?
Oh, they could have, I guess. I thought it looked more like the defensive guy ran into him, but who knows?
I want to know what the discussion is.
Yeah, really.
If he caught the ball, you decline the penalty. All right, so the white hat did not know
that he caught
that
the ball.
He caught the ball. Because that was what he was telling him. We're going to take it back up here and mark it off 15 yards. That guy kept going, no, no, you're not listening to me. So they marked him down at the 8. So it'll be 1st and goal, West Forsyth, after a very, as Coach Campbell would have said, extemporaneous play.
Extemporaneous.
And West Forsyth going to take it, and that play didn't look right.
Yeah, that was not successful. Looks like
Southwest DeKalb held on defense.
Yeah, in the lower left, Southwest DeKalb is taking a little more of an attack approach. Can't see the chain, so I don't know exactly where they're at.
In the bottom right-hand part of that, ooh, Lord. In the bottom right-hand part, Newton County almost had another interception for a touchdown. Score updates. Mary Persons has just scored to go up 7-0 on Peach County in the 4th quarter. Buford and Mill Creek are tied at 17. Upson County was up, or Upson Lee was up on Jackson 28-0 in the last report. Hello. So Brookwood gets a first down in the bottom right-hand corner. Your TV set, trips to the field, handing it off.
Nice gain on first down.
Yeah, give him 7.
Yep.
Unless there's a penalty on this.
Oh, there is some people walking backwards. Yep.
North Cobb is just running through Wheeler right now. In the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, the Southwest DeKalb punter drops the snap and gets tackled at his own 26-yard line. So Holy Innocents already up by 4 scores, will take over 1st and 10. Ball at the Southwest DeKalb 26-yard line. Brookwood gets backed up. And now Lambert, 2nd down and goal from their own 15.
They got a penalty to go along with their loss.
So Lambert, or West Forsyth, takes a snap, drops, going to fire it over the middle, and it is caught. Touchdown.
That's a nice catch, a nice throw.
Yes, sir. That is he put the ball where only his receiver could catch it.
They're walking back too,
Yeah.
so maybe it didn't count. Nope.
Got a holding penalty. And that just erases a beautiful throw and catch right there.
Nice play call, nice execution, except for a little bit of holding up front.
So Wheeler got tired of North Cobb running the football, so they send the run blitz right there. Holy Innocents has just decided they're going to run, keep the football on the ground, turn the clock. North Cobb sitting there looking at 3rd down and 15. It is a rainy night in Georgia. And, you know, we've got some close football games here.
Still some.
That's a really nice play. Top right-hand part of your screen, the nice job. Little play action, bootleg action for North Cobb with a nice throw and catch. West Forsyth throws it, and it's picked off.
That was something Lambert could use right there.
Yep. And that was a huge, I mean, West Forsyth got the ball at the Lambert 25-yard line, comes away with no points, takes up a minute and 40 seconds. So it's still a 10-point game. And, you know, if you're Lambert right now, you've got to be thinking you've dodged, you know, a couple of bullets right there.
Dodged a couple of bullets, got to feel pretty good about yourself. You know, whether you're going to call it, what they're going to call it, you have put yourself in possession of the football here instead of giving up another score. So got to be some momentum come off of that, and you gotta make it happen.
Now would be a good time to start. Screen. Nice job by West Forsyth of retracing the steps.
Yep.
Great job by their defensive front right there.
Yeah, that was they had as many people over there or more than Lambert did.
Okay, top left-hand corner. That was an absolutely perfect throw by the North Cobb quarterback.
Right-hand corner.
He stops. He's got a guy in his face, and there's a defender underneath his intended receiver, and he drops it right in the bucket to him for a huge first down. First and goal now. Ball is down at the 3-yard line, looking to go up 42-7. Lambert going to take a shot, and it's going to be caught. That's all the way up. That's a
28-yard line.
That's a 28-yard gain right there.
Yep.
So just a nice job, and West Forsyth, that sinking feeling starts to get on you on the sideline over there. We let them off the hook.
Let them off the hook. Gave them life. Up in the upper right-hand corner, North Cobb is continuing to say, turn the scoreboard again.
North Cobb normally doesn't have a problem scoring points. That's one of the things that's always been Coach Queen's calling card. They normally can put a lot of points on the board.
And let's be honest, you know, it helps your defense out to see points go on the board. It helps everybody's attitude and morale. And
yep.
If you just keep scoring, it keeps momentum going your way. Holy Innocents.
I'm not sure who they're going to call this on. Yeah, I thought it looked like Southwest DeKalb jumped early. So Lambert going to take another shot. And it's broken up. Looked like they were trying to run, you know, something quick, almost like he wanted to throw it quick, and that wasn't there. And then you had the crosser, and it was defended well, so he went to the.
And they protected him enough where he had lots of time, and then
he went to
took a shot down the field.
He went to 2 or 3 reads right there. This Newton felt like Brookwood had the ball for 3 hours in that game. So now you get a penalty on.
Wow, here comes the Brook blitz, and throw for Lambert was not on target.
Wow, nice kickoff right there, North Cobb. Yeah, and if you're Lambert right here, I know you're still down by 2 scores, but you've got a chance to flip the field right here. You want a great punt right here. Give yourself a chance to make West Forsyth play in their own territory. I hope you can get a turnover in a short field.
I mean, you got the turnover down on your end of the field, deep in your end, to get the ball back, and you made a nice play and got the ball out away from your goal line. Now you need to put them in a bad situation.
You had to waste a timeout. Just waste a timeout to punt. know who number 1 is for Wheeler, but he's a pretty good football player. So, looks like we got a touchdown for Holy Innocents.
Yes, they were down at the goal line for a minute, but offsides penalties kept moving the ball forward for them, and they finally put it in the end zone.
So it's 34-0 in that game right now. 42-7 in the North Cobb Wheeler game. And I'll go ahead and tell you, North Cobb will be content to let Wheeler run the football.
And the Holy Innocents just went for 2.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's maybe not the term that comes to my mind, but anyway.
So you've got, if you're Lambert right here, you flip the field and you didn't give up any points.
Right, off of a bad situation, there's a penalty flag.
I'm wondering if the defender grabbed the punter.
But that would be a post kick penalty, right? Oh.
So okay, it was on West Forsyth. So if they call it, now this will be interesting. They're not fixing to make up a rule and give them a first down, are they?
I don't know. A lot of talk around the line of where the line of scrimmage was before the punt right here.
Score update, Mary Persons 13, Peach County nothing.
Wow, this is okay, let's see what they decided in the West Forsyth Lambert game. Only West Forsyth.
So they're going to put it at the end of the kick, which
still West Forsyth's ball. It was a post possession foul, so to speak.
Third quarter score from Jackson, Upson lead 43, Jackson nothing. So you had the ball 1st and 10 inside your 1. You got what everybody thought was a safety, and you avoided it.
Yeah.
You punted it. They got the ball at the 25. And
now you've got them backed up to the 12, right?
Yep, that's what I was. I mean, you get the pick even after they threw the touchdown pass. You had the holding penalty. You get the pick. You get the big, completion. And then after that, you don't get anything, but you get to flip the field, and now you've got to stop them. They have to punt from right here. This needs to be a 3 and out.
Nice play on first down. Didn't give them anything there.
Yep. And if you're, as funny as this sounds, if you're West Forsyth, this is where your screen game really helps you, because you can throw the football and get it out of the box, because Lambert wants to focus on stopping the run and everything like that. So they're going to do whatever they can to not give up a first down in the run. So that little inside fake and then getting the ball out of your hands quick is a big thing. Now the quarterback
on the edge out here.
Oh, nice adjustment to the football right there. That's a great job.
Yep, the
That's
receiver.
A huge play right there.
Gets the ball, gets the first down, gets them out to the 34-yard line.
That's what it looks like.
At least it sounds a lot better than the 12.
I'm wondering, that's the last play of the third quarter right there?
That's what it looks like. Looks like 3 are in the books, and Still 10-0.
That was a huge first down right there for West Forsyth.
Especially, I mean, the receiver looked like he could be the tight end or the H.
I think he was the H.
So he made a nice play to come back to the football and get possession of it.
North Cobb drops the punt snap.
Yep.
He does a good job of covering it, not making it worse.
Yep. You got a situation in the West Forsyth Lambert game though. You still have a situation where they're on their end of the field. And if you can, you make a couple of plays here, you can still have plenty of time to make this, one score turn into a one-score game, and then it's, anything can happen.
Lambert's been close a couple of times to having some big plays on offense.
Yes.
But
Well, I know they've had a receiver behind West Forsyth defense a couple times, not like 5 or 6 yards, but a step or two clearly behind them, and they just couldn't quite get the ball deep enough to him, and it got knocked away. So
in the top right-hand portion of your screen, Wheeler will have first and goal at the North Cobb 6. There goes the fake the screen. Going to try to throw it down the field. Looks like he had somebody coming open on the post. And up top right, Wheeler gets in the end zone.
Yeah, Wheeler score.
Makes the score 42-13.
Uh-oh. Got a little shove down here in the
That's a great job by the Holy Innocent coaching staff. Getting their guy away so that they can get him. Oh, that's a scary play right there, and great defense by Lambert. So they've got him third and long right here. It's third and long. This has got to be a, you've got to get off the field right here. Now, I'm going to ask this question.
Okay.
10-point lead for West Forsyth. It's third down and 15.
Well, you said it a minute ago. If I'm West Forsyth, I'm going to look to my receiver screen game here. You've had a little success with it. You throw it. If he tackles you for a 1 or 2 yard gain, you know you hadn't lost anything. You just line up and punt it. But I mean, wouldn't want to just hand it off and. Oh,
wow,
nice.
What a throw.
Or you could do that.
What a throw. Did he get a first down with that?
Had to. By like a yard.
Yep. Just a great throw. Just a clear out route.
Was that a 3-man rush? I'm going to ask that question.
It looked like it.
Yeah. Again, offensively, talking about what I would do, but then I didn't think about it. Defensively, if you're only going to rush 3, give them enough time to do some things. There'll be holes in the zone. There'll be places to get the ball to.
So Wheeler kicks that thing through the end zone. So North Cobb will take over first and 10 at their own 20, up 42-14. Still in the third quarter. You've got 27-3 lead for Newton County at Brookwood, bottom right-hand corner. 36-0 for Holy Innocents in the fourth. That's a running clock right there.
And they've got the football. West Forsyth up 10.
There's midline again for Holy Innocents.
Yeah. That's a great play.
And there's a nice play on the edge up there by Lambert for no gain. We'll bring up 3rd and 8. And we're at that situation again. Now, you talked about the 3-man rush last time. I can guarantee you this won't be a 3-man rush.
Yeah.
And if you're calling plays right here, this would be the great time for the middle screen.
Yep, go back to the screen game because I would expect them to bring some extra bodies right here.
Brookwood just had their tight end wide open on the shallow cross, and he did not squeeze it.
Newsflash, North Cobb just ran it right at him again for a nice game.
I mean, they've done that before today?
I think once or twice in this game, once or twice.
There's your middle screen right there.
And there he goes.
What a great call. That was a basically they fake a little flare to the running back and then throw it to number 87 or tight end or whoever that is. Coming back underneath on what looked like a jailbreak screen. Score update from Mary Persons with 4:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Your score is Mary Persons 13, Peach County 7. Peach County region champion the last 3 years that I know of. Probably more than that. Well, no, I may be incorrect on that. I believe they won it last year, but I think Crisp County won it the year before that.
Yep, you're probably right about that.
Pretty sure Crisp
Probably right about
won it
that.
the year before that. So I think Crisp was the region champion in 21, and then Peach was the region champion last year. And this has been an impressive drive by West Forsyth.
Yeah, they've gone back and taken any life that Lambert may have gotten out of what they've done right back out of them.
They got the ball at their own 12. They're sitting at the Lambert 40 right now, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 again. And North Cobb throws a little wide receiver quick screen out there. Also an update from Mary Persons. Peach County just onside kick with 4:22 to go and got it. So it ain't over yet. But West Forsyth putting on a clinic right here. They did not get the first down. He stays in bounds though, but it gives them a 4th and short.
4th down and a thought process here.
And North Cobb scores again to make it 49-14. So that pushes it back to a 34-point lead for try to get him to jump off sides. Call the timeout right here and still go for it.
Yeah.
Well, I think they took the delay. The extra point is up and good for North Cobb to make it 49-14. West Forsyth did an outstanding job on that drive.
Oh, God.
I saw it. Brookwood gets the gift of all gifts down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Looked like Newton had 2 guys there to pick this pass off, and both of them missed it, and it went right to the corner route to Brookwood for a touchdown. So now you got to go for 2. This has to be a 2-point conversion right here.
Yep, then it makes it a 2-score game if you get the 2-point conversion. Pass interference up there on
Holy Innocents.
Holy Innocents down, I should say, down the left-hand corner.
So what do we have here?
Kick-catch interference against
15
West
yards.
Forsyth. So instead of being at what, the 14?
Wheeler's gone to the house on the kickoff return. they missed the extra point, made it 48 to 14. At least that's what our score has. So now it's 48 to 20. And all that did was take away the running clock in the fourth quarter. Nice run on the quick screen down there by the receiver at Southwest DeKalb.
All right, we got another penalty. Is that right? Yep.
Oh,
You
wow.
got the kick catch interference, and then you got an unsportsmanlike, I think it was.
Well, all the good work you did on offense just got erased. I mean, what you did do was you ate up a lot of clock, though.
Yep. You.
And with the wasted timeout on the punt by Lambert, that's a huge play right there.
Might just ate that 5 yards and took the penalty and punted.
So now, if you're West Forsyth, do you sit back and play soft and make them keep everything underneath, or you just keep playing the same defense you played the whole game?
I think I'd just keep doing the same thing I've done the whole game. You've given up a goose egg so far. So.
Yeah. So you give up 5 on first down right there.
If they want to run the ball, though, they're not.
Yeah.
I'll take, again, you got to score twice to beat me. So maybe that's an old school thought process, but
if I'm Lambert, these snaps are occurring much faster. That is a deep drop.
I was about to say, he gets lots of depth in his drop. Throws a pick.
There's a blindside block and a great tackle right there. And that's 0 again.
Yeah.
He's all over the place. That is a huge play right there. Now let's see, did they call the blindside block? I think they called it. I'm just going to call it.
They call it blocking the back, right?
Yeah. North Cobb game had the longest third quarter in the history of third quarters.
I can't believe it still says third on there. This is the highest scoring quarter of the night.
Mary Persons gets the stop on Peach County. So North Cobb did make the extra point. They just were late flipping it over. So you've got 5 minutes and something to go in the game right here. And, you're West Forsyth, you just got to run this football out.
Yeah, you just like to keep the clock ticking, do what you did last time, just get a few first downs. I know they threw the ball to get a couple of 3 of those, but the clock keeps ticking as long as you stay in bounds on that.
Yep.
So do what you do and get a couple of first downs and make this thing.
And stay in bounds.
Yeah.
And that helps when you gain 6 on first. Or, okay, just don't spot it where the ball is at.
Yeah. Clearly 5-yard gain. Clearly.
North Cobb gets another first down on the run. Got tackling the running back for Wheeler, almost threw him into the open space for a touchdown. West Forsyth just going to milk this clock for everything.
Take the full
40 seconds.
40 off, so to speak. And
If you're Lambert, you might want to start thinking about taking timeouts right
I
here.
mean, again, got 2 scores, so saving timeouts.
Well, this is the biggest play of the game. We're in the top left-hand corner. It's 3rd and 1. And, you know, just understand that it's 3rd and 1, and
A little motion, and you
That's
don't
it.
even get back to the line of
oh,
scrimmage.
that's great. So now you call your timeout.
Yep, I'm going to say that. Take the time out. Stop the clock. Oh, God, they brought it back up to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they did call a safety at the line of
I'm
scrimmage,
missing
too.
something here. Sorry.
We must have a horrible angle.
Yeah. I'm looking at it with just both eyes, and they're seeing it. And they're seeing it with all however many they got out there.
Now, if I'm Lambert right now, there's somebody that better be counting everybody on the field.
Yeah.
If I get a penalty for having too many people on the field right now, somebody's fired.
They got 10 right there in the picture.
Yes, they do. I mean, this has just been a
What in the world just happened?
I think they tried to get him.
Delay a game. So
Yeah.
they didn't use a time.
No, but, you know, used to be once you took a delay of game, the clock went right back to running.
Which I think is a crazy penalty because
I can remember playing, I think it was in the North Cobb game where we took a delay of game, or it may have been in the North Gwinnett game where we took a delay of game, and we did it just because they didn't have any more timeouts left, and we knew if we did it, the clock would run again. And so that way it saved us. It gave us an extra down. You know what I'm
looks
saying?
like the punt went out of bounds about the 33-yard line.
Smart.
Lambert's 33-yard line, so they'll have 1st and 10 from there.
Smart, don't give them a chance to return it so nothing crazy happens. Final score from the Holy Innocents Southwest DeKalb game. Holy Innocents 36, Southwest DeKalb nothing.
And there goes North Cobb up the middle.
They have just, whatever they found and whatever that adjustment was. whether they-
Whichever one of them dogs it is they got up front that just blocked whoever's in front of him and said, just run it right here.
Wow. That was a great throw. I know he didn't catch the ball, but the quarterback from Lambert just made an outstanding throw.
Just because it wasn't caught doesn't mean it wasn't a great throw.
Got a chance for an interesting finish in this Newton-Brookwood game.
Yeah, because is that right? Still in the 3rd quarter? I mean, they play 20-minute quarters there?
Them and North Cobb are on the same clock schedule.
Wow. I mean, like you said, either whatever North Cobb has found or whatever it is that,
Another interception for Lambert.
yeah, Lambert's chances are continuing to shrink.
West Forsyth has gone on the road and is throwing a shutout in what has been a defensive football game. But when West Forsyth has had to have it,
3:02 left in the West Forsyth Lambert game.
I'm just telling you right now, this is a. Did that say that they had no timeouts left?
I don't know. I wasn't
I mean, they
paying
might
that
have. I mean,
much attention to that, unfortunately.
they might have called them. We've been watching 4 games,
Sure.
so
Oh
there's-
yeah,
there's
and
a
I hate to
chance.
say it, but was it the second half when they wasted the timeout on?
punt.
Punt?
Yeah.
So they only had 2. They'd only had 2 if they. So good chance they have.
So North Cobb looking to grab a 50 burger right here. So North Cobb looking to go up 56 to 21 over Wheeler. West Forsyth trying to run the clock out here with a 10-0
wow.
lead. And there is 55 and soon to be 56 for North Cobb.
I mean,
And now that clock will roll at Wheeler High School for the 30-point mercy rule. So,
West Forsyth for 7 more.
yeah. So, Hugh, there's a timeout. So, I think Lambert has one more timeout left. And North Cobb goes up 56 to 21.
Wow.
I mean, they just have dominated the game up front in the run game. It has been they've just.
Yeah, if you're one of those cats or whomever who likes to talk about the games won in the trenches, well, I think it's safe to say the North Cobb game was won in the trenches, and obviously North Cobb's the one who won the trenches.
So here comes Newton. Newton and Brookwood are in the fourth. Brookwood scored the only points of the third quarter, got the touchdown and the two-point conversion to get it to a two-score game. Newton is inside Brookwood territory. So, I mean, West Forsyth just basically they get a first down right here, it's over. It might well be over right now as it is, but if they get the first down right here, there's this last timeout for Lambert. So 4th down and 2. And in my opinion right here, if you're West Forsyth, you don't get cute, you punt this football. Because still 2 scores, they have no timeouts. You've accomplished what you wanted to accomplish right here.
And as long as you do what you're supposed to do and protect, this should be a pin them back in their end of the field relatively deep.
Brookwood's defense rising to the occasion out there. This dude from
number 1 for Wheeler
is a stud.
He's a
He had the long touchdown or the long run inside the 5 called back. So Newton County up by 16 points. I was about to say they're going to go for this.
And, again, minor thing, but he went at the guy. They ran the ball to the edge, and he went out of bounds on it.
Wheeler picks up the first down. Yep.
Nice effort.
It was a great effort. He didn't get the first down on that? Wow, that's rough.
Oh. And those spots are intricate things.
Newton punts, the ball goes out of bounds at the Brookwood 16. Lambert gets the football back.
At the 3-yard line?
At their own 3.
Uh-oh, ball rolling around.
Yeah, he got knocked down. So, it's like North Cobb's going to pick up a region win. Holy Innocents has picked up a region win. West Forsyth going to pick up a region win. Unless something wildly out of the ordinary happens right here. You would have to go 97 yards, get the onside kick, and then after you get the onside kick, go down and
number 4, Ethan Daughtry.
get a field goal to tie it or hit a Hail Mary to win it.
2nd and 5.
Update from Mary Persons, your final score. Mary Persons 13, Peach County 7.
That'll be a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Yep. Sound like a sling blade always going on. Yep.
You want you some mustard and biscuits?
Yeah, there's a mustard and biscuit.
So last
He's open.
last
No.
gasp.
Incomplete, fourth down.
Lambert is down to their last snap.
And
So
if body language means anything, there's a lot of
McIntosh 14, Charles Drew 12. Final score.
wow.
Locust
McIntosh.
Grove 21, Union Grove 21, Locust Grove 6. Final score.
Wow. That was a 7-6 game. So ball is deflected.
Pass is
No
incomplete.
pass interference.
What would we call that?
Oh, he waved at him in the middle of the field. Yikes. So West Forsyth will go and take.
yikes. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm just saying, man. West Forsyth is going to take a knee right here. And that leaves the last of our games will be Newton County and Brookwood. Brookwood just hit Newton on a screen pass that could have been a huge play. But they got to, I mean, it ended up, I think, being a first down. It was, but if they don't get there, if they don't get it by the toe as he's going by. So we're going to join the
There we go.
Brookwood Newton game. First and 10 for Brookwood. Ball
Sorry, we're not as fast as NFL today.
No, we're good.
Clicking over transitions to make sure we have the proper things on that part.
And we're early in the fourth quarter right here. And
Brookwood went trips right and threw the check down or the curl or whatever you want to call it there in the middle of the field for a 7-yard gain.
they've changed quarterbacks again.
Wow. What kind of luxury is that to just keep rolling a guy up there? No.
Yeah, I mean,
Quarterbacks wise, yeah, not everybody can have number 9. So, oh
Wow.
goodness gracious.
I mean,
Speaking of that, Carlton,
Sir,
will the Commanders take care of the Falcons, or will the Falcons take care of the Commanders this Sunday? I'm putting you on the spotlight.
yeah,
man.
you are, because I mean I'm a Falcons fan. I'm gonna say the Falcons are gonna win the game, but I
Hold on, let me give this.
don't worry. I'll be happy.
Be happy.
There you go. I'd be happy if the Falcons took care of the Commanders.
Okay. All right. If you had a choice right now between watching the Braves, Hawks, or Falcons play, who would you pick?
well, I'm going to take the Falcons because they're the only ones
You're
playing meaningful games right now.
All right, Carlton.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Falcons.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in the back. He was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man sewing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what."
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Brookwood has had every opportunity.
Yep.
To be in the game.
They're in the game, but I mean, they've had every opportunity.
I mean,
to-
and they're down 16.
yeah, but
The
final
third
sc-
quarter
final score-
lasted forever.
It did.
Final score from Carrollton is Carrollton 64, Pepperbrook 8.
Oh my Lord. Where did
Oh,
did
he
you see
dropped
that?
And just got
Okay,
my
you got
score
all right,
updates.
man. Because I'm like looking at all over. I was like, I didn't send that to you, man. What is going on there?
Yeah, in the Brookwood Newton game, Brookwood had the tight end out there and hit him right in the hands with it. Must have been a bad place to hit him because he didn't catch it.
The worst place, unless
Worst
you
place.
have.
There was a lot of space there, and that's sometimes the hardest ball to catch. is when-
Yep. I mean, he had to turn
Did you ever
just
react
a little bit. but-
as a quarterback there, number 9, when you threw a ball? And I mean, because granted, every now and then your ball was right on target. Most of the time it was up and grab, and I understand that.
You-
But have you ever thrown where you were like, why didn't you catch that?
Maybe once.
Okay.
because I knew that I was probably going to screw up, and I didn't want anybody showing me up.
No.
But it's one of those things where you throw a ball, especially if you throw it, and someone just they're behind everybody, and it doesn't get caught.
I had a receiver one time throw me a lateral. Okay, I was running down the field to do a block, and he was like, he had the ball, and he just tossed it to me, and I caught it, and he was like, "You were ready for that, right?" And I'm sitting there going, "Yeah, man. No, I didn't have a clue it was coming." He's like, both of us had that look. Like he's like, "Buddy, I thought you were looking for it. I thought you were looking for it." I'm like, "Nah. He tossed it to me, and
Buford and Mill Creek tied at 24.
man, North Cobb is okay. Is North Cobb for real?
They ran the football well tonight.
I mean, y'all had a chance to watch them. They're 63-21.
Yeah.
I mean, any team to beat another high school team by 40, you have to go ahead and ask the question: are they for real?
I know one thing. They ran it down their throat. I mean, you hear that a lot of times, but between the tackles, they had a really good night. A really good.
And you
night.
got to like that across the board here. As any offensive person or even a defensive coordinator that says either we stopped them or we didn't stop them, if they're able to run it between the good old-fashioned hashes and say, hey, we got this accomplished here. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of defensive coordinators are happy when the offense is able to take it to the other team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I understand that on that part. That's why we look at hashes. I mean, look at stats constantly going, hey, man, what's going on? I mean, we're up here doing this, and this. I do appreciate any team that goes both ways, offense and defense, just so I can clarify what the word. Craig, focus.
I was going to say.
You did. Your head went back when I said I needed to clarify both ways.
I was like, I just saw the score I was looking for. Lamar County 23, Temple nothing.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that says a lot because y'all had,
We played both of them.
You did. And what I want to really look at is next year. I mean, next year has a January conversation when they get the region set.
Yeah.
To have really a 3-week conversation. And hopefully I'll be in place where I was like, hey, let's do that.
Hold on, we got an interesting score right here.
Go ahead.
Hiram 28, Cartersville 28.
And Cartersville was way ahead, and Hiram came back then.
Gainesville's up 42 to nothing.
Uh-oh. Newton has someone on the field.
That ain't good if that's number 3.
Yeah, because that was the guy that put it. Yep, it was number 3. The irony to that is the play before, the guard got tripped when he pulled out, and they gained about 4. And on that play, they all got out there, and they tackled him in the backfield.
Yeah.
So what's
He
the
went
old
out and
saying?
got him, too.
Blocking's overrated and all that kind of stuff.
No, blocking is never overrated there.
Hey, look, I played offensive guard.
I know you did, man.
Aren't
we all guards, man? The worst thing is, Carlton, is to talk with the 2 guys that I deal with. Every time they talk about centers, they were like, we all centers. And I'm like, man, I mean, it took me at least 2 years to understand their humor. And I'm like, no, man, it's not funny, man. We're all centers. No, you got to put a ball between your legs. And you got to
Nice
have.
run.
Oh, nice.
What a nice run.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great
So
blocking. They stayed with the box, but he set them up so nice with
Yeah, and
patience.
we both looked out there and said, "Uh-oh, number 3's down." And
And number 6
And then
coming.
they said, hey, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy-
If
What's
number
the-
3's down, this is what we're going to do.
what's the
Carver
line?
15, Sandy Creek 14.
What's the line? You got fresh
All right,
legs.
and that's a
Yes.
GPTV game that they're doing on social media right now.
Really?
So,
Social
yeah,
media.
yeah. As much as I wanted to have Larry bring that game into its full effect, I was like, well, at least that happened, and we've had nothing but issues coming from that place tonight. Because, well, I mean, the hardest part is technology in the rain.
Yes.
We're going to run into issues.
Or the heat.
Oh, I mean, yes. I mean, and I'll take heat any day versus moisture because moisture sucks. And I hate saying that word, but it does.
Goodness gracious.
Colquitt County 37, Camden County 14.
It's Colquitt back with the new head coach.
So they've been impressive this year.
Yeah,
Are we going to see them in the finals in Mercedes-Benz?
That whole classification, they're 7A, but you got Buford, you got Mill Creek, you got Walton, you got Colquitt County.
And usually we always see Colquitt on the road in that situation concerning playoffs, right?
Well, and the reason was they were playing in that region with Valdosta, Lowndes, Colquitt, Tift, Camden County, and that region has been pretty stout for a long time. So Newton looking to go for 2 right here, trying to put it back to a 24-point lead.
Okay, I thought I saw a penalty flag out there. Did anybody see what the?
Wow, he just went over the top.
Look at the size difference.
Yes.
Number 11 got a little reach on dude, and he said, "Let me have that."
So 35 to 11 right now. In Newton County, if you don't believe in them yet, you might want to start believing in them, because their defense is just, they're everywhere.
Yeah, and going back to the first half, we talked about it at that point that would Newton regret what occurred when they got down close a couple of times early in this ball game, and at 35 to 11 in the fourth, you're thinking, no, maybe they don't regret it, but if you'd have got even 3 points each one of those times, you'd have been at 41 to 11 right now.
Yep.
And I mean, 35 to 11 is pretty good this late in the game, but there was a penalty flag, and they chose to take it on the kickoff, so they're going to kick off from Brookwood's 45.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say goodbye to the Chapman twins. And most importantly, because there's not necessarily a close game in the matter. And I want to say, hey, thank you so much for being a part of the good old-fashioned Score 58 Network. Carlton and Craig, thank you so much for chiming in, bringing you back at the good old-fashioned high school football experience. You earned definitely some kudos across the board here. Overall wise, if we were looking at all these teams right now, across, if I had the region to bring up right here, Carlton, who do you really like that you haven't had an opportunity to watch over the time? Go ahead.
Well, I haven't seen this Newton team play before.
So you like them, and mainly because you're coaching on Friday night. You have a bye this week.
Yeah.
So I mean, and they've been very interesting. I mean, they're undefeated right now.
Yeah, I didn't realize that coming in, and like I say,
and they take down Grayson, they take down Westlake.
Yeah, you put a couple of names out there like that, and you should be taking notice.
You get your attention right there, hands down on that part.
Yeah, and they have a lot of athletes, and if they play maybe a little cleaner in the first part of the game, they'd be up by maybe 2 more touchdowns right now.
Okay, what about you, Craig? Who do you like?
Well, I haven't gotten to see Walton play yet, but the point totals that they put up in the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, and also, the same thing with Colquitt. They were playing teams and it was point after point after point after point. So, I mean, that's one of the great things about late in the year is that you get to see all those teams on TV and do all that stuff. So, it'll be a chance to get to watch some guys you haven't seen play.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, glad to have everybody with us. We're going to say, hey, hang with us, kill our mics here, sit back and enjoy, and watch the remaining part of the Newton-Brookwood game.
Niles and Little back for Brookwood. That's it. We can't score. If we had 25, they would have 6, Zion Johnson, who picks up the ball, smothered by a few Brookwood defenders down around the 34. And that's number 6, Zion Johnson with the carry, stopped in the backfield yet again. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And number 6 takes it around the side.